Cam Newton is not a starting quarterback in today's NFL. I know that's really tough to hear, but that's the truth. Let's dive into why. Yo, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you click the subscribe button so you don't miss any videos. First off, I feel like I need to start by saying this is not a Cam Newton hater video. I'm a fan of Cam. I think Cam Newton 5-6 years ago was one of the coolest players I've ever gotten the chance to watch. This is just me stating my opinion. I'm on Twitter. I'm in plenty of sports debate groups. Trust me, I know there's tons of Cam Newton haters out there, whether they hate him because he dresses weird as shit, or they hate him because they're just low-key racist and don't like black quarterbacks, or they hate him for his play style, whether they think he's cocky. I've seen all kinds of different Cam Newton haters, trust me. This is not what this video is about. So let's talk about what we can expect from Cam Newton this season on the New England Patriots. If we even have a season, that is. By the way, real quick side note, I love how on social media people are characterizing these NBA, NFL, MLB owners as caring for taking precautions with this pandemic. Like, ooh, the NBA, they just care so much. That's why they're having their season in Orlando in a bubble. Or, oh, the NFL is going to have a season with no fans because they're just so concerned with our health and our well-being. Bro, trust me when I say they do not care in the slightest. They're worried about two things. One, a lawsuit. If they pack people into that stadium, someone catches coronavirus and them or a close loved one suffer serious consequences as a result of that. So one, a lawsuit. Two, they're worried about the PR blowback. If they fill a stadium right now, Twitter will boycott them and the league probably. So that's what they're worried about. Trust me when I say that these owners would charge us $500 a ticket and pack us into these stadiums naked like sardines while we all contract COVID if they could get away with it. All they care about is the bottom line. But anyway, back to Cam Newton. I feel we should start off by saying what made Cam Newton so elite earlier in his career. To me, it's three factors: his arm strength, athleticism, and his physical power. Tough to bring down, breaking tackles. I think those three is what makes Cam Newton Cam Newton. Here's the problem: two of those X factors are gone. People aren't realizing his arm strength isn't there anymore. He had surgery on a torn rotator cuff in 2016 and then re-aggravated the same shoulder, his throwing shoulder, in 2018. Ever since that surgery in 2016, Cam Newton's arm strength has not come back. I'm not saying he didn't find a little bit of success. I think in 17 they went 11-5, but he was dead last in average air yards per attempt. Meaning he was dumping the ball off to rookie Christian McCaffrey. He wasn't throwing the ball downfield. His arm strength was gone. They actually substituted him out for Taylor Heineken, or whatever the hell that guy's name is, to throw a Hail Mary from the 50. Like, Cam Newton couldn't even reach. I understand he had injury problems, but this is serious. This is a torn rotator cuff, surgically repaired. All right, next we're going to be talking athleticism. And I'm not saying Cam Newton is no longer an athlete. That's not fair. What I'm saying is his elite, never before seen Cam Newton athleticism at that size, at that speed, with that power is gone. 2018, he aggravated a ligament in his knee. I don't think he actually tore it, or maybe he ruptured it. I forget the details. You could Google it. But ever since then, he's only played about 15 or 16 games since then, mind you. But that was 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago now. And he has not been the same. When's the last time you saw a Cam Newton highlight looking like Cam Newton? It's been a while. Does he still even have it? I don't think he does. We all remember young Cam Newton. We all loved him. Well, actually, he had a lot of haters too. But most of us loved him. Putting his shoulder into linebackers, grabbing first downs, planting and throwing 35-yard frozen ropes to Steve Smith, Greg Olsen. We remember that guy. That guy was awesome. That guy doesn't exist anymore. All right, so 2020, New England Patriots, what positive attributes does Cam Newton have left to offer the quarterback position? He's experienced, he's smart, high football IQ. From what I've read, he does. None of us know that, but from what I've read, he does. He's been to a Super Bowl, and he's a leader. I think I might have even said that. So he's got that going for him. But is this Cam Newton? This is who you want to be your game manager, pocket passer? That's your pick? Look at all the talented quarterbacks coming out of college right now. In the last 3 years alone, I'm just going to rattle them off at the top of my head. 3 years. Baker Mayfield, Josh Allen, Sam Darnold, Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson. This year we got Tua, the guy the Chargers just drafted from Oregon, Justin Herbert. That's 7 off the top of my head. I bet you I can even come up with more. Hold on, I wrote down a bunch. Joe Burrow, Daniel Jones, Drew Lock. This is all just in the last, Jordan Love. Jordan Love's got a cannon. This is all in the last 3 years alone. Things have changed. There aren't really quarterback busts anymore. Remember years ago it was like, yo, you draft a quarterback in the first round, is he gonna be a bust? It doesn't really like that anymore. Quarterbacks don't bust like that. When's the last time we saw a quarterback bust? Manziel? Like, for real, think about it. When's the last time a quarterback first round pick busted? Like maybe Josh Rosen, but honestly, I kind of like Rosen and I would like to see him get another chance, and I think he will. Point being, it's not the same. There is at least 3 or 4 NFL starter-ready quarterbacks entering the league every single year. Why do you want Cam Newton, minus the arm strength, minus the athleticism, to be your starting quarterback, your game manager? I don't understand who would make that decision. The answer is Bill Belichick will make that decision at $1 million cost, because at $1 million, yeah, of course you'll take Cam. 2020 Cam Newton, without the arm strength or the athleticism, is like, let's think of a basketball, Vince Carter. So say you have Vince Carter minus the driving and the explosiveness and the finishing. It's like, okay, he's an all right player. He's got a nice jump shot. You're taking away what makes Cam Newton Cam Newton. Okay, how about 2020 Cam Newton is like Mark McGwire without the home run power. It's like, what is Mark McGwire without home run power? 245 hitter who strikes out a lot. Like, we're not evaluating the player Cam Newton was. We're evaluating what he is now. And the truth is, what Cam Newton is now is not an NFL starter. I'm excited to see him get a chance, and I think it's going to be great. Bill Belichick and that team actually isn't very good. But I mean, I could see them winning 7 or 8 games, maybe 9, but Cam is going to struggle. You're not going to see a crisp pocket passer like you're used to seeing in that New England offense where we've seen the same guy for 20 years. So that's a bad point. But he is not built right now with his injuries and the current state of his body to be a starting quarterback in today's NFL. Sorry, Cam fans.